two different names on the team sheet from the weekend's Premiership victory. Kanu made his first Champions League start for over a year. Ray Parlour returned from domestic suspension in the side. Commentary from the San Siro Stadium in Italy comes from Ron Atkinson and Clive Till.
That was phenomenal. You thought at first he'd run away from goal. You thought he was going to go on his own and take it. Then he checked back. He thought he's going to try and get Pires in. The angle shut down. He couldn't get his pass into Pires there. You thought, go and pass it. And you think, no, he's blocked up, and he accelerates. You think, is he going to play back to Pires again? No, he tucks it away.
So all four teams in the group can still qualify, but a win at home to Lokomotiv for Arsenal and they're through. A draw may even be enough. Well, Gabriel Clark got reaction from a jubilant Arsenal camp in Milan.
You have, in the process, swung the head-to-head results against Inter totally on its head now as well, which is key. You go from 4th to 2nd.
That's very positive on the night, yes, because the goals you scored in the last 10 minutes make a big difference now. But still, we have to win that home game against Lokomotiv Moscow, who won tonight.
I just would like to say that, you know, it's like the way that Inter play at our ground. You know, they were all staying at the back and play counter-attack, and we did the same as they did to us today. And you know, it's great as well because we lost 3-0, so that means now we're level on points with them, and we're going in front of them because of the away and return game. So that was one important thing as well. And you know, it was just, you know, like I always say after games, you know, once you put your mind into it and you have a bit of luck, look at the goal they scored against today. You know, we didn't have all the luck with us, and you know, we just kept on going, and we wanted to show something as well because we didn't show the true face of Arsenal yet in the Champions League, and I hope we're going to carry on because at the end of the day, it's only 3 points that we got today.
We know we talk about Thierry Henry most weeks and how good he is, but is he stepping to another level?
He looks like he can make always a difference, yes, and I must say. It is a big problem for any defender in the world, and on the other hand, on our bench, when he has the ball, you have always hope that you can score a goal, and he's done that tonight again.
What was the key tonight? What is the difference?
You know, we just kept it simple, moved the ball early today, because we knew like the Italians like to kind of close you down once the ball goes into the midfield. So we just kept it moving early and 1-2 charge and get the ball to our front men early because we didn't really want them to keep on coming back and closing up all the spaces. So it worked for us.
Tonight must be one of the most impressive performances by an Arsenal team, but also by Thierry Henry that you must have seen.
Yes, it's one of the best European performances ever, certainly from Arsenal tonight. But as I said, it's still, even despite that, it's still all to do now.
They will still want to win at home, but that is some performance, especially as they could have gone out tonight, Robbie.
Yeah, I think that's the point. I mean, that's as good as it gets in Europe, but the pressure was on. They were going to Milan, and to score 5 goals there, you know, against an Italian team is an outstanding effort.
They look more comfortable than at any time since Arsene Wenger's been there, you know, in Europe in a Champions League game.
Yeah, I think they felt they had a point to prove. People were writing them off and saying, you know, this was a night when maybe it was going to be too much for them, but there's so much character in that team that Arsene Wenger keeps telling us about. We saw it tonight, and I say it was a fantastic effort by the whole team.
But when you have someone like Thierry...
It's obviously a good day for his biorhythm because he was definitely up for it again. Gets a bit of fortune maybe with the reverse pass, but that's a fantastic finish. No fortune the way he sticks that away. And you get Henry running at you with pace. Which way is he going to go? Right foot, left foot. Great save from the keeper, just stops it. You tend to think if this fella could maybe sort his heading out, he'd be off the centre forward.
He'd be very good. Add something to his game. And this was perhaps Arsenal's best ever performance in Europe, arguably. But when you looked at the team sheet before the game, you wouldn't have expected it.
No, and I think that is probably down to the quality in the squad, if you think. People like Edu have come in, Paul have come in, Toure I thought was outstanding tonight have come in and done good jobs, and it shows that it isn't always about big names, it's about team and having a spirit, and I thought that spirit was there, especially in the defending tonight. I thought they defended F. Campbell, fingertips off Lehmann, and an equalising goal for Inter Milan. He's defending Ashley Cole, but tonight he showed he's not only a good footballer, he's a good defender as well. Gets a bang off his goalkeeper for his troubles. But it's a great example of how Arsenal defended.
And we always talk about turning points in seasons, in campaigns, and perhaps this could be an ultimate turning point, a real moment of self-belief for Arsenal in Europe.
I think so. In the Premiership, they've been doing ever so well, although I still think they've got another gear, if not two, to go through. Tonight might have been them just showing the full range, and if they can carry that now in Europe and keep defending as they did tonight, they'll be a threat for anybody.
Because Arsene Wenger has always said, he said before the game, we've played better in the Champions League than we actually have in the Premiership.
Yeah, very much. And as we see, with Henry up front, if you get him service and he can get in positions one-on-one with anybody in the world, he will give you problems. What they have to do is make sure they're not going to give goals away. The kind of performance we saw tonight, it was compact, no mistakes, and they will, I say, they will score goals against most teams.
But they also showed that character. I mean, they were 1-0 up and really in control of the game. An unlucky goal went against them, and they still came back.
They did, and the pressure was on. Let's not forget, this was a must-win game. Lose tonight, and you know, end of Europe again. When it mattered, when the big players had to play, they did, and no one bigger than Thierry Henry.
So now they'll have to win at home against Lokomotiv, you think?
Yeah, and they'd take that all day long. In front of the home fans, Gunners fans egging them on it, and Henry in the form. If they can't do that, then they'll say they shouldn't be there. You know, home to Moscow, I can see a certain victory.
And having watched that, they'll have the self-belief as well.
Of course, I mean, big games to come.